Hi, welcome back to our third segment of Filmonomics at Slated. My name is Stefan Paterno. As many of you know, in the first couple of segments, I covered what were the major film industry pain points that have affected everybody in the industry and what the Slated solution has been to them, as well as covering our recent Filmonomics talks and some of the guests that we had that were highlighting some of the recent film successes they've had and imminent film releases that they're about to have. Now in this third segment, I thought it would be very interesting to also look at the quality and caliber of our membership, which really stands out in the industry. We are a community of high quality members, many of whom have won Academy Awards, Golden Globes, Emmy Awards, Independent Spirit Awards, and countless other industry accolades. So first, I'm very excited to report that a couple of our members recently won some Emmys. First up is Jahan, whose talented team of filmmakers behind the film The Square, which was listed on Slated a while ago and recently was nominated for an Academy Award, walked away with 3 Emmy Awards recently.
يقول لي دي في حرب في الميدان دي مش صورة لا.
And as well as Nancy Abraham from HBO, whose recent documentary feature, Life According to Sam, also won an Emmy Award. Now, fret not, we don't just highlight members that have won critical acclaim, but also those who've had commercial success at the box office. Our data tracks everybody that's had recent releases and how their films are performing. And no great surprise, Jonathan Searing from IFC is at the top of our charts with the recent success of a film formerly known as Growing Up, but renamed to Boyhood. And right alongside him is Patricia Arquette, no great surprise as she was one of the co-stars of the film. But also a lesser known actor of Egyptian origin has also emerged as the second top trending person on our site. You may recognize Amr from one of his first films that really blew up called Syriana. He was recently co-starring alongside Scarlett Johansson in Lucy, and that film has been a wild success at the box office, and Amr has really emerged as somebody to take note of. Now, if there are people that you would have expected to be on the top trending charts but weren't there, it's simply because we only track members as well as anyone that's attached to a Slated film. So feel free to invite your friends to join up to Slated or to make sure they get attached to films so that they get tracked. And speaking of our early warning system and ability to detect rising talent, I'm very excited to report that a Slated film will be premiering at the Toronto Film Festival named Dukhtar. Now that is actually Urdu for daughter.
लड़की तो है कहाँ?
This film is backed by an active Slated member, Shahari, who is also an investor and producer behind a film called Sunrise. Now what's really worth noting about Dukhtar is that it is an international co-production between Norway, Pakistan, India, and the United States. That has to be a world's first and is a great example of how the world is coming together and shrinking faster and faster because of the internet and platforms like Slated. Also worth noting is that another producer and former IFCer, Caroline Kaplan, will be having her film Time Out of Mind, which is starring Richard Gere, and will be premiering at the Toronto International Film Festival. Thanks again for tuning into Filmonomics, and I look forward to seeing you for our next segment.